Friends, welcome to the Singularity. I'm Danny. Let's get weird. Welcome back. Today, what are we talking about? Let's talk about the concept of the mirror. And what am I talking about here? Well, the concept of the mirror is your outer world, your outer desired reality matching your inner desired reality, or vice versa. What do I mean by that? Imagine you have a mirror. Okay? You see yourself in this mirror, friends. How do you see yourself in the mirror? Well, you stand in front of it, you look at it, and you see a reflection. Okay? Now, is the reflection a reflection of your inner thoughts? Yes, they are. Okay? What you see on the outside world is a reflection of your outer thoughts. And also vice versa. If you're seeing on your outside world and you're attaching to that, then you're going to create that image, a reflection in your inside world. So, what am I really getting at here? Which one are you allowing to happen in your life? Okay, friends? So, say this is the physical world. And what do I mean by physical world? Physical world is the world out there. Everything that is not you. Okay? This is going to be your inner being. Okay? Your inner being. The person you are on the inside, right? How you're thinking. Your thoughts, your emotions. Okay? Now, I always talk about in the videos, you can't have what you don't already have. Okay? The universe will only let you be what you are already. And I want to really get into this concept for you. So the first concept was you can't have what you already have. Sorry, already have. You can only have what you already have, and the universe will only give you what you are. Give you what you are. It's very important to understand. It'll only give you what you are. What are you? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you guilt stricken? You know? Do you have a feeling of abundance? Okay? Now, how does this link to the mirror? Okay? So, if you are out and about in the world, and say there's some situations happening in your personal life, your job, it could be relationships, it could be the world, the world seems like it's burning down, politics, AI, you name it, right? You see it. You see the Epstein files and the list, and well, we ain't seen the list, but all of this stuff coming out might trigger you, might get an emotion out of you. Okay? Now, what you got to realize is that the physical world, remember, energy, frequency, and vibration. The physical world is just a manifestation of old vibrations into form, okay? Old thoughts, old emotions, okay? That is what creates the physical world. So that means this physical world that you're in is a construct of past emotion and thought, okay? Come into form. Now really unpack that. Really really think about it. Just really think about it. So if you are reacting to the world the way it is presented to you now, and that is old thoughts and emotions, then you can see how you can get caught in this loop, friends. Okay? Because you are basing the now and tying emotion to what's happening in the outside world, right? That you can't control, because things happen outside of you that you can't control. You can only control what's going on inside of you, okay? You could have some influence on other things, but you can't control everything outside of you. Now, the control system is built to use your emotions in that way, right? Because they know you can't, right? But what can they do? They can get you to use your emotions freely, right? That's what triggered is. That's like when someone gets triggered over something, a control system or what have you, just the world in general can trigger your emotions for free, right? It's not like someone's holding a gun to your head. So anyone can get up there and say something, right? Out in a crowd, out in town hall, out in the city or wherever. You see it on Facebook. They could say something and do something, but they can't force you to react to it a certain way. You have to freely do that yourself. Okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Your emotional reaction to a certain situation is done freely on your own. Right? Nothing can harm you. Only you freely give it up. Okay? And so if you freely give it up, your outside world, you see this outside world that is past thoughts and emotions, you start giving your thoughts and emotions to the outside manifested physical world, then you're creating more manifestations of the same situations and the same outcomes that you're currently going through, currently witnessing, currently what's happening, right? Your circumstances, the circumstances that's going on around you. You're given the power to it, friends. And so that's what I mean by you can only have what you already have. So if you are constantly getting tugged around by your emotions and your thoughts, by things that are happening in the now that are from past thoughts and emotions into present form, then you are giving your power to it, and you will become that in your inner reality. Okay? This is going to start reflecting to you. And that is what you're going to be. That is what you are. You're going to become this chaos. Okay? You're going to become the chaos. And you're going to have problems. Like your thoughts are going to be bad. Right? You're not going to get along with people. You're going to think this guy's after you. You're going to think that this person's against you. You're going to think it's me versus them. Because you're reacting to this world. You're reacting to something that is a collective consciousness thought. that you cannot control. So the mirror, what I'm saying is that you want to flip this mirror, right? Think about whenever you stand in front of a mirror, friends. Think about you standing there and smiling. The mirror will not smile back unless you smile first, right? So you're standing there, and you think about it. You create a thought, your emotion from your heart. And you're like, you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to smile. That thought arises from your consciousness, right? It comes from the spirit in you, the soul in you, right? The never changing experience. And you decide, I'm going to smile. And you smile. Guess what? The mirror smiles back. Because you're projecting that energy. Okay? Now, if you allow this energy to project onto you, then you become this energy. But if you become the energy, that's what you are. Okay? It's what you already have. And I need a new marker. If you project the energy of what you are, you disassociate yourself, you detach from the chaos of the world, and you say, in this moment, I am abundant. I am peaceful. I have everything I need. You could witness the world. You could observe it. It's the same thing as observing thoughts in meditation. You have to observe it in neutrality. Right? Because you don't want to bring yourself, you don't want to bring your emotions into something that you can't control. You just end up in this doom loop. It's exactly what algorithms do on Facebook and X. It uses your emotion to show you the next thing. That's all it is, friends. They're just using your energy against you. You're using your energy against yourself. Right? Creating suffering. And you stay creating suffering as long as you react to this world. And you hold it. You hold it. You hold it personally. It's not personal. Now, of course there are some bad things that happen out there. Right? And you're allowed to do something about it. But you could do it in a neutral way that actually makes change. You could become these things first, your inner being, which is actually the default state of your inner being. You could be abundant. You could be peaceful. You could choose peace. Do things in a peaceful way. And you'll see that your world will actually unfold in a more peaceful way. Because you're not reacting to it anymore. Because if you are abundant, okay? If your inner being is abundant, if you think of the definitions we went over in one of the definitions video I made, if you define something with your emotion as not worthy of your love, not worthy of love, scarce, like money, you give it a definition of that, then yes, it will be that thing. you give it the definition of that, then it will be what your inner being sees as the definition. And it will give it to you. It will reflect it to you. Okay? If you are chaos, if you are viewing the world and all you could think about is how terrible it is, all you will find is how terrible it is. The law of assumption says, if you assume something to be true, you will find evidence of that assumption. And if you point your thoughts and your emotions and your focus and your attention on all of the negative things in the world, you will continue to find the negative things in the world. Okay? Now, what do we know about frequency and vibration? What do we know about good and evil? What do we know about good and bad? What do we know about hot and cold? What do we know about feminine and masculine? There's always two sides to the coin. So friends, realize that for as much evil as there is out there, there's just as much good in abundance. It's your choice which one you give your energy to. No one else's. The people that are in the control system that want you to focus on those things, they're like a vampire. Okay? They're like a vampire that comes to your door and you open the door. And if you ever watched a vampire movie, they can't come in your house unless you invite them in. So think about that, friends. Don't let the vampire in your house. Don't give your energy to it. Don't give your focus to it. And don't give your attention. Instead, focus your attention on the good things in your life, the abundant things in your life, the peaceful things in your life. And you will be those things. And you will have what you have. The universe will gift it to you because you are that thing. Because the reflection of you, your inner being, has no choice but to reflect what you are, friends. And that is the mirror. Stay thoughtful.